Now done with the first quarter of Marble Superior Season 4, we head on to the 5th event of the season, block bumping. This event we have never seen in Marble Superior's history. It is making its appearance for the first time in Season 4. Hello everyone, my name is Galactic and I will be commentating this event as usual. So basically how block bumping works, I'll explain in a second. Blue-Ray Blasters, by the way, have a 9-point lead over the Gracious Glaciers, and the Gracious Glaciers only a 4-point gap from them to the Holographics. Northern Narwhal sit in last with just 8 points. The field separated by 56 points, in fact squaring the Northern Narwhal's score, you will get the Blue-Ray Blasters score. So, here we have the Windy Spinners testing this event. Very unlike Block Push, which has all the members going down at the same time together. This one, of course, does, but they go down separately, stratifying through that funnel and bumping the block, which is definitely more different than pushing it. And right now they're getting an okay run, and I believe their score will be a 62.5 around that area. I can't necessarily see the exact push. So, we are going to be going in reverse championship order, as we did in Tightrope, with the Northern Narwhal starting us off. And their season has been all but down, as their highest finish, I believe, was 10th, or something like that, in sprint. But oh my goodness, this is a very good push. The second and third one are very strong, and that looks like a very strong run compared to the example. 83.9 will easily put them in first, and just considering how the example was, that already looks like a very high mark to beat. That second push was very good, and the third one was just as good. This event has a lot of strategy because you want your marbles to try and get out of the way from each other so they don't have to lose all their momentum from hitting each other. Now the Yellow Jackets. This team, just like the Northern Narwhals, has not gotten a single top half finish all season, which is 13 points. They don't have a single last place finish though. Their first marble comes out, but they're all stuck on each other. And the first three coming down in very quick succession. First one, oh, it's not looking too far. And it looks very similar to the Windy Spinners run. 69.7 will obviously put them in second place. But could have been a much better run if they didn't all bunch up together and hit the block near the same time. All hitting each other, and then this fourth one gives actually a very strong hit on one of their members. But only gets below 70. Now the Shockwaves. Now I'm going to be basing these off of these teams how they did in block push. They've only done this event once, and yet I believe they came in 4th place. This is when they were on their run in Season 3 after their silver and friction slope. Here comes Voltage, their captain, hit the block pretty strong. Second one's not that great. The third one and the fourth one are very strong now for the kinds of runs they are. 73.1 will put them above the Yellow Jackets, but still 10.8 centimeters behind the Northern Narwhals. The first one wasn't great. The second one was pretty good, and then the third one, fourth one, carried the run to 73. Now, the Heat Strokes. This team got second place in Season 3 Showdown's block push. And let's see how they do in block bumping. It's a very different event. And that is kind of a spin on just normal block push. As their first marble comes down the slope, pretty strong push. Second and third one coming down. Third one isn't great, but the second one's very good, and the fourth one isn't bad. How will this run be? 81.4 will put them in second place. Just 2.5 centimeters behind the Northern Narwhals. Everyone's been getting closer and closer to the Northern Narwhals with how these runs have been going. Now, Solstice Squad. Now, this has been a very disappointing run for Solstice Squad. 2 events they have won in the past. In the past 2 events, they didn't do all too well in. As their first marble comes down. And it's going to give a very strong push. Second one, also a strong push. How will their third one do? Coming down very late. And also a very strong push. Wait, where is their fourth one? 78.4 is their push. But where did their fourth marble go? Oh, they got stuck up on the top because of a hit from their second marble. And they will be stranded up there. They will only get 3 hits on the block. Not good for Solstice Squad at all. Could have been such a good run if the fourth marble wasn't immobile. Team Toxin now. I don't remember how they did in this event in Season 3. Probably very mediocre. Their first 3 marbles come down very succinctly. First, second, and third. Third marble is a very good push. How will their anchor do? And it's pretty strong. And what will their score be? It will be 84.7 to put them in the lead by just 8 millimeters over the Northern Narwhals. Very strong one for Team Toxin, especially their third and fourth push. Their fourth one wasn't great, but the hardest one to master, at least in a teamwork setting. Now the Wicked Wizards, the almost halfway point of the event. Putting in an interesting order for the fact that they are all stratified in a funnel. Their first 2 marbles come down in quick succession once again. And they're going to hit the block near the same time. Here comes the third one and the fourth one. It's not looking like the greatest run. They're only going to get near 70, and it's a 70.6 to put them in 6th out of 7. And it's not a bad run. It's just compared to the other runs, it's not great. Only 9 centimeters or 9 millimeters above the Yellow Jackets run. Limelight, so as they were the halfway point run in tightrope, they are also the halfway point run in block bumping, which shows how mediocre their season has been. No medals, but very consistent finishes. As their first marble comes down with a very strong push. How about the second and third one also coming down? Oh, what happened to the second one ricocheting off of their first marble? And a pretty strong push from their third marble, but once again, what could have been if that second marble actually hit the block? As they didn't even ricochet their first marble forward. They just flew off the track. Not great for the Limelight. Just 6th place out of 8. As Team Toxin has the lead after the halfway point. Just barely over the Northern Narwhals and the Heat Strokes. Northern Narwhals looking very good for the fact they were in last place in the overall standings. But now we have the upper half of teams. And what a way to start with the Nanospheres, a team who won last event. And has been doing very feast or famine this season with last, 4th, 14th, and 1st. Let's see how they do. First push is very strong. Second push is okay. Third one, also pretty okay. And the fourth one's not good at all. To only put them in 8th place. And continuing the possible pattern, well, continuing the pattern of feast or famine. And it's going to be famine. As their third push was probably, other than their first, the best one. The fourth one just barely got it forward. Lucky Lemons now. Their last one's actually stuck in the opening of the funnel, and they will free themselves. So kind of a late anchor, possibly. It's the first and second one coming down through the green fork. And they will both hit the block. The second one's very strong. But the third one, oh, they hit the block out of their track. The fourth one, that's a very strange position. I think they're going to knock it out. And they will. But I haven't said this yet. But you only get 2 chances in this event. So the Lucky Lemons will get a second chance. They will get a do-over. And now they're kind of pushing Citrus to the outer ring of the funnel. Just waiting for him to be the anchor, and he will. And the first one comes down and hits it. Not great. Second and third one. Not great either. The fourth one, Citrus almost gets stuck at the top. And it is a very strong anchor, but will only put them last. 68.6 is the bottom of the board. Definitely carried by their anchor. The first one wasn't even good either. Already started the run off poor. And an extra possible like 15 centimeters carried their run to a last place finish. Tidal Waves now. A team sitting in 6th, yet they have no medals, and I believe their finishes are 5th, 8th, 7th, 7th. I think it's 6th, 6th, actually. So first one comes down. Pretty good. Second one turns the block. Third one comes down. It's not looking great. Around the 50 mark. Oh, their fourth one will do absolutely nothing. 70.5 will put them in 8th. So they were on the 60 mark, not the 50 mark. I read that wrong. 70.5 will put them in 8th and probably will end their streak of top half finishes, even though they do this almost every season where they just have a very consistent beginning and become very inconsistent in the second half. Now the Mocha Maniacs. They have done pretty okay in this event. In block push, I should say. And let's see how they do in block bumping. That's their first 2 come down. And they will both hit the block now. First one is very good. Second one is very good. Third one, not great. Can the fourth one make this a very good run? Oh, it does, but it's going to be invalid. And where was the run? That was around 90, and that will waste the Mocha Maniacs' chance of possibly winning this event. That is a 90, pushes upwards of 6 centimeters above Team Toxin. And they're going to have to go again. And this is their last chance, of course. So if they mess up this one, well, they'll guarantee be last. The first two come down once more. And, oh, that was an interesting strategy, ricocheting off of their member. The third one also wasn't bad. How can their anchor do? That was a pretty good run. Or a pretty good push, I should say. Oh, but 80.3 is just going to miss the podium by 1.8 centimeters. Look at this right here. Hitting off of their first marble and then still pushing the block decently far. Something that the Limelights, I guess, tried to do and couldn't. So it will be a 4th place run for the Mocha Maniacs. Mystic Twisters now, our hosting team, sitting in 4th even with just a bronze. Once again, they have been very consistent with 3rd, 7th, 4th, and 4th. And the first marble comes down. Not great, kind of dragging on the track, I think. Second and third one starting to come down. Oh, that was very good second one and a pretty good third one. How can their anchor do to finish off this already pretty good run? And it's pretty good as well. And it will be 80.9, just 6 millimeters above the Mocha Maniacs, and slotting themselves into 4th place. This team has done very well in block push in the past, winning it, I think, 3 times. Just never happened to do it on camera. As they came 5th, I think 14th in this event in Season 3. Holographics now. In this event, they are, well, okay, in block push, they are not good at all. I think they came, like, 11th in this event in the Season 3 showdown. Last or 15th in Season 2. How can they do here? First push is very strong. How about the second one? Oh, that's not great. Third one's very good. How can their anchor do? Finish off this pretty good run. And it is very good, and that is near 90, and 94.2 will decimate Team Toxin's run. By almost up to 10 centimeters, Holographics have taken control of the event for the 3rd place team. And they are guaranteed their 3rd medal in a row, by the way, because they are guaranteed at least a bronze. Gracious Glaciers, how can they follow that up? Man, kind of intimidating after literally the best run in the event so far. How can they do? Do their first marble down. Oh, it was going to be Frigid, but it is Iceberg. Almost passing Iceberg on the green fork. Pretty okay first run. Oh, second and third aren't great, and the 4th one does almost near to nothing. 63 flat will put the Gracious Glaciers after a 1st place run. That will put them in a last place run, and they are only upwards. Possibly, they are only guaranteed just 1 point, or their maximum they can get is 1 point. Now the Blue-Ray Blasters. Blue-Ray Blasters, they get a 4th place finish. If they get lower than a 4th place finish, they will lose their lead that they have. So they know what they have to do for the final run of this event. Holographics are now guaranteed at least a silver. How can the Blasters do to finish off this event? Pretty okay first one. Second and third one. Second one was very good. How can their last one do? And that is a great push. It will not put them in 1st place. 87 flat, though, with a wonderful final push to put the Blue-Ray Blasters in 2nd place. The first 3 pushes were nothing special. But then maybe the best single push of the event, turning the block and then putting it back in its lane to put the Blue-Ray Blasters, our leading team, in 2nd place to keep their lead in the overall standings. But the Holographics absolutely deserve this gold medal after their insane 94.2 push, 7.2 centimeters above the Blue-Ray Blasters, and Team Toxin by 8 millimeters take 3rd place. Holographics, this is their 3rd medal in a row, and 3rd medal this season. Blue-Ray Blasters, this is their 4th medal this season. And on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, Team Toxin, this is their 1st. Of course, Holographics won 2 events ago. Standing on the top of the podium in this event will put them in 2nd place in the overall standings. 20-point difference between them and the Mystic Twisters, who now are in 3rd. Gracious Glaciers down to 4th. This is their 4th event. Yellow Jackets now sitting last with just 15 points. Northern Nobles jumped them. Now we're in 50. Standings very compact from 3rd to last. But anyway, the next event will be Shotpa Duel. I'll see you there. Goodbye.